Hello, third graders. Earlier this week we talked about multiplying by 8, and now we're going to work on dividing by 8. And our division sign looks like this. So the first thing we're going to do is skip count by our 8s. So we're going to start with 8, 8 plus 8, 16, 16 plus 8, 24. Remember to practice your skip counting at home. 24 plus 8, 32, 32 plus 8, 40. And remember, if you get confused, you can always write on the side. I don't know what comes next, so I'm going to say 40 plus 8, 0 plus 8, 4 goes down, 48. So I know that's what I would skip count by next. 48 plus 8, 56. 56 plus 8, 64. 64 plus 8, 72, and 72 plus 8 brings us to 80. So let's practice our skip counting down and back, and then we're going to cover the paper and practice again. So we have 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80. And back, 80, 72, 64, 56, 48, 40, 32, 24, 16, 8. Now let's see if we can do it if we cover it up with our Post-its. So we're going to have, with our hands, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80. Now remember, with our multiplication and division, when we work on this or any math assignments on iExcel, bring a piece of paper and a pencil with you so you can write out your answers. So we can always check our answer when we're skip counting by our 8s. So I'm going to put that over there, and now we're going to talk about division. So remember, our division is a little different than multiplication, because on this side we have our total. For multiplication, our total is always on this side of the equal sign. But for division, our first number is always going to be the total, the biggest number. So we want to take 16 divided by 8. So this is what we're going to skip count, and we're going to see how many fingers do we have to skip count by till we get to the total. So I'm skip counting by my 8s, and I want to see how many fingers till I get to 16. So if I check 8, 16. It took me 2 fingers. I had to skip count by 8 2 times to get to our total. So let's do some practicing. So I have my total of 32 divided by 8. I want to take 32 is my total divided by how many I'm going to skip count by. So how many times do I have to skip count by 8 to get to 32? Let's see how many fingers we use. 8, 16, 24, 32. It took me 4 fingers of skip counting by 8 till I got to 32. So my answer would be 4. 8 can go into 32 4 times. You might also see this written as 8 divided by 32. This means the same thing. This sign also means divided by. So, and for the same, if we see this equation, we would just go again. I'm going to skip count by 8. How many times do I have to skip count by 8 till I get to 32? 8, 16, 24, 32. So I write the 4 up here. 8 times 4 is 32. I can subtract it, and it gives me 0. But we're mainly just going to be working with this divided by signal, equation, symbol. All right, let's go 80 divided by 8. So I have a total of 80 divided by 8. How many times do I have to skip count by 8 till I get to 80? How many fingers are we going to use? Let's see. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80. I just used 10 fingers by skip counting by 8 till I got to 80. So my answer would be 10 because I used 10 fingers. Let's do one more example together. So now I have 72 divided by 8. This is my total, and this is what I'm skip counting by. How many times do I have to skip count by my 8s till I get to 72? Let's see how many fingers we use. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72. I just used 9 fingers. So my answer would be 9. And remember, if I keep my sheet of my skip counting, I can check over here. Oops. Let's see if I can move it over a little bit. How many times till I get to 72? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And my answer is 9, so you can always check your answer with your skip counting. Alright, so have fun on iExcel and let me know if you have any questions. And don't forget, take out a piece of paper and a pencil to help you with your math homework. Thank you. Bye.